Just wanted to share a little theory I had about the Alien Covenant movie, and that is regarding the Spores. Now, if you have not seen Alien Covenant, I would highly recommend that you get to the theater and see it while you still can. It's not going to be the same on DVD or Blu-ray. Get to the theater, see this on the big screen. Thought it was a great entry into the Alien universe. Also, if you do need a brief overview of the Alien Covenant film, I did make one of those. It's on a video called Alien Covenant Overview. Because in this is just going to be just a theory that I had about the movie. Black spores, which were revealed to be a different rendition of the black goo. The theory that I have is that this is actually not a mold, a spore, some type of fungus. This is in fact a swarm of very small wasps. And if you've seen the film, David actually does mention this when him and Orem are in his lab. He actually shows a picture of these little parasites. And I think this actually explains several things. One is why the spores acted the way they did is because they're not spores, they're little tiny bugs. It's a different way to implant an alien host. It also creates a different kind of xenomorph, which is actually called a neomorph, which can burst out of any part of your body, which I thought was cool. Doesn't capture its victims, it eats them. And then my second point, which I actually think is the coolest part of the idea that this is a small swarm of insects, is that may actually explain why that later in the movie Aliens, these xenomorphs, these aliens have this hive mentality. They have a queen, there's drones, there's warriors, just like an ant hive or a beehive. It is because that these parasites, these little wasps, is that genetic trait gets passed down. Even in the film Alien Covenant, David explains that he makes his creations from animals and biology around him, and then uses the resulting creation create the next rendition of his experiments. It goes from one process to the next, the next, the next, the next. And I'm sure he's done several different kinds of experiments. Somehow he's made a bigger and better version every time. Helps the process of evolution continue. And at one point, I mean, it's definitely apparent, no matter what, in the movie that that part of the process with these little wasps that lay parasites in another host, and that explains why they have that host mentality. But I believe that it also explains why they have the hive mentality, because part of the evolution process was a wasp, an insect, and that genetic trait has been passed down for several years, up to the point where we actually get to the movie Alien and Aliens, specifically Aliens, where we see the queen. And I believe that this does in fact explain that. The DNA that David experimented with, that the genetic traits of that DNA were passed down and eventually expressed itself in the xenomorph hive. And I think that's really cool, and I think that adds to the mythos. That's all for now. I will commentate on some other alien theories later, as well as doing some other Alien Covenant videos. Once again, guys, if you have not seen this movie, just get to the theater. Don't listen to the critics on this one. I think they were way off. This movie was fantastic. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe. If not, to hell with you. Just kidding. Maybe I'll catch you next time. If not, best of luck to you. See you later.